The network's been growing very fast, so it grew more than 500% last year. So we'd like to see that continue and compounding at 500%.
So there's been a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt around ICP. Lots of people worry. The only reason they're worried is because prices are down, right? When prices are up, no one's worried. When prices are up, tech looks amazing. Now, the beauty of the ICP community is that almost everyone in this community is not a gambler, is not a chart chaser. Almost every one of the millions of people around the world that are in this community and excited about this project are investors in revolutionary technology. That is the only reason you're in this community, because the chart looks terrible, just like other charts that look terrible before 100xing, like Cardano back here in 2020. And so the fact that ICP has been able to build a massive community in a crypto winter speaks volumes to how powerful this asset is. And for the first time in a while, the leader of ICP, the person who knows more about this project than anyone else, came out and defended this project against some serious criticism. And so let's dive right into this debate between Dominic Williams and a blockchain researcher named Justin Bonds. So for context, Justin Bonds made a post on X saying, reject mediocrity, reject false promises, reject the top 5 cryptocurrencies now. What he's saying is the top 5 cryptocurrencies are slow, they're overvalued, they're mediocre technology, and they're not decentralized. And so someone wrote, so only ICP is left. Sounds good to me. And Justin Bonds wrote, right, as if there are only 6 chains in existence in the whole universe. It's a fascinating phenomenon if you think about it. The replies are filled with people who are convinced their favorite chain is the one, saying everyone else is stupid or in a conspiracy against them. This is the weird soup of crypto fanaticism and cultism combined with the financialization of these tokens. Most people just cannot think straight anymore, right? He didn't address ICP's technology. All he said was this person's in a cult. So what I wrote was, you don't have any legit existential criticisms against ICP. It is decentralized governance and best scalability, and you largely ignore it. Suspect. And Justin Bonds responded, I've written extensive critiques on ICP. All you have to do is search my name along with ICP. Instead, you resort to wild conspiracy theories that I am ignoring ICP because it is too good. Do you know how crazy that sounds? Do you also realize you just validated my argument? And so I wrote, your criticisms are shallow, like calling out their marketing and how they present themselves. But the fact that they provide all the tech you demand from a high quality project, but you don't acknowledge it, is suspect. Instead of criticizing the top 3, why not support the ones with the best Web3 fundamentals? Unless you're paid by a handful of the good ones and ignore the rest. And so a few days later, Justin Bonds posted an extensive critique of ICP. ICP is centralized and insecure. ICP is dangerous. You can bring down ICP by only attacking 40 nodes in known and fixed data centers. ICP promises the moon, but offers nothing unique. Scalability without decentralization is meaningless. ICP's modular design is the problem. ICP is made up of independent subnets as opposed to being a single chain. However, unlike DOT and AVAX, there is no shared security. Subnets are responsible for their own security. This inevitably results in extremely low validator counts, endangering users. At most, there are less than 40 nodes protecting the user at any one time. At worst, security depends on a mere 13 nodes. This is not decentralized by any stretch of the imagination, as the security of using ICP is entirely dependent upon whatever subnet you are using. His main criticism is that it's not decentralized. And so Dominic Williams responded to this post. Answer to this junky analysis is on the slide on subnet creation and deterministic decentralization in the standard deck. Real-world resilience through actual decentralization is far higher than for the traditional blockchains in Justin's bags. An ICP subnet, an advanced form of a blockchain that integrates with other subnets, is created by sovereign hardware, not big tech cloud instances, and every node is owned/operated by a different provider from different data centers in different geographies and jurisdictions. Contrast this with Solana. When the Hester cloud banned them overnight, more than 1,000 nodes representing 40% of the stake suddenly disappeared, reflecting that they were really all one node. Today, Amazon Web Services could shut down most proof of stake blockchains if they wished. The reality is that outside of ICP, Web3 is built on cloud with only tokens and DeFi logic actually on chain. A blockchain that relies on big tech is not decentralized. Is that decentralized when you're hoping that big tech has your back and you're partnering with big tech and it's the same old Web 2 companies running things? Or is owning a shared supercomputer a true breakthrough? Bitcoin was a breakthrough because it was the first decentralized blockchain. Ethereum was a breakthrough because it was the first blockchain with smart contracts. ICP is the next breakthrough because it's the first real decentralized world computer that does not need big tech. It does not involve big tech. That is massive. Meanwhile, arguments about the numbers of validators are bogus. When 100,000 validator are created on Amazon Web Services, they are still really one node, which is a giant computer owned by Jeff Bezos, who is paid 100,000 times for replication of compute and data. But the theater runs deeper. Validators are anonymous, and oftentimes the same individuals or companies run huge numbers. I know of a staking company that runs almost 10,000 validators. Anonymity allows decentralization theater to be pumped. ICP node providers aren't anonymous for a reason. When ICP node providers get their IDs from the network nervous system DAO, which is governed by token holders, to add hardware nodes, they reveal their identities and pledge they will not collude to attack the blockchain. For obvious reasons, this makes them less likely to do so than anonymous validators who created nodes on Amazon Web Services. If you care about real decentralization and the open internet and prefer the aims and deep science of old crypto to silly decentralization theater and narratives, consider getting involved with ICP. This is a new internet governed by token holders. That is alien technology. Imagine if Bitcoin was a supercomputer, a decentralized supercomputer that was scalable. That's what ICP is. And so in response to this, I said, Justin loves Google Cloud and Google Cloud partners like eGold, though. That's why he isn't responding to this. For everyone else, ICP is the clear answer, and Dominic Williams liked that post. And so that's Dominic Williams shutting down a primary criticism of ICP. And he was saying this isn't decentralized, is not digging deep enough. Because if your entire enterprise relies on big tech, you're obviously not decentralized. You may as well buy Amazon stock. For the first time in history, we don't need big tech, and we have a massively scalable supercomputer. So here's some more gems Dominic Williams dropped about the future of this project.
If you've wanted to build on the internet computer, you'd have needed to be a developer. We're now entering a new phase where there's a paradigm called the self-writing internet emerging. And with the self-writing internet paradigm, you can just, if you like, talk to an AI, and it will build, update, and manage websites, web applications, and internet services for you. And we think this is going to be transformative because it effectively makes all 8 billion people on Earth into developers. Talk to the internet to build out your own corner of the internet ecosystem.
So what he's talking about is no code development. So we can just speak software applications into existence by communicating what we want to an AI asset, because we're already seeing the groundwork and how powerful artificial intelligence is. We know artificial intelligence can do this, but now he's talking about that technology, seamless, no-code technology, existing on the world computer. No other blockchain has this. This is all governed by the ICP token, and that's massive.
The network's been growing very fast, so it grew more than 500% last year. So we'd like to see that continue and compounding at 500%. And for the internet computer to really establish the world computer paradigm such that for very many people around the world, it's the default choice when they want to build, a website, web application, or internet service.
And so what could provide life-changing returns like Amazon did? It could just be the biggest threat to Amazon today, which is the next evolution of the internet, which is a massive global shared world computer that's growing exponentially in adoption. That's what he just said. He sees growth similar to 2024, compounding year after year. 500% growth every single year. Look at the growth of the world computer. Look at the cycle burn rate. The higher this goes, the more the network is being used and the more deflationary the token becomes. The more the token is burnt, the scarcer it becomes, the more valuable it becomes. So that is an exponential uptrend. Imagine in the early days of the internet, you look at the exponential uses of Amazon.com. You say, wow, all these people are using this website. Maybe there's something to it. Well, all of these people are using ICP, the world computer, the competitor to Amazon. Again, Bitcoin disrupted capital. ICP is disrupting compute. Compute is one of the most valuable resources on the planet, and ICP is way ahead of its competition.